rinse and grind. Folks, guys, what's going on? I am on the way to an existing maintenance customer. This is an AC maintenance. I believe this customer has either a Carrier or a Heil furnace and AC. I think we came out here last year for the AC maintenance, and we had to add refrigerant for the first time. I don't know if this is this customer or the customer in the other development, but either way, I'm gonna take a look at this. And like I said, guys, we got to figure out if this unit needs a leak check done or what. But I'm almost there right now. Let's go take a look. I'll see y'all when I get there. All right, guys, my drain line is looking good. Customer just replaced the filter, and most importantly, we got a 20-degree split. Right now it's about 60 degrees outside. Last year when I came out here, my supply was 71 degrees. So this is a very encouraging sign. Very encouraging sign. Let me turn the light off. Where's the light switch? Oh, gosh. Here we go. All right. For context, this customer has a Carrier 90% upflow furnace and a Heil. I think it's a 3-ton or a 3.5-ton. Straight AC unit. Okay, so I gotta go back to the truck and get my tools. Let me get everything I need. I'll be right back. All right, guys. This is what, an E19? Can't really see it because it's faded away. This was put in 2019, so what is it? It's about 7 years old. Model number is 336, so this is a 3-ton straight AC condenser. And for context, I don't remember any repairs technically besides what we did last spring, right before the summer. I think last April we added like a couple of ounces of refrigerant, not a lot. But guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the electrical component area. We're gonna kill the power, and I'm gonna test that cat. It looks like a newer cat, but let's figure it out, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys. Sounds like somebody scraping a coil. That is the sound of this contactor humming. Wow, that's something I gotta bring up to the customer's attention. I cleaned it to try to make sure nothing was caught in it, but this thing is pretty loud. So guys, what I'm gonna do is let me check the cap, and I gotta go in the truck to make sure I got another contactor. I'll be right back. All right, guys, this customer wants to get this contactor replaced, and I explained to him last thing we want is for this to cause a disruption in power or stick, and either the coil's gonna freeze and have damage inside, or 2, this could cause issues with the compressor or the fan motor. So, but what I'm gonna do is test this cat. I got another contactor in my truck. What is this? 45.5. I don't know when this one got put in, but either way, we're still gonna test it. Why not? 45. What is this one? Yeah, 45 and 5. Cool. All right, our cap's good. Now let's get to replacing this contactor. I'll be right back. If you know, you know why you always start with the contactor coil wires first, just to make sure you don't have a lemon out the box. Now, never say never. This only happened to me 2 times. I'm talking like within the past 10 years, but always confirm that the new contactor coil pulls in before you start going crazy with the wires. Unless you want to do this 2 times, have at it, my friend. But all right, guys, let me get the motor wires hooked up. I got my disconnect already out. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got my new contactor in, and you hear that? No loud vibrating sound. The contactor is pulled in, but besides the plane flying above my head here, night and day difference. Now, tech tip, if you guys are out on maintenances or no AC calls, regardless if this is tied to the main, problem or not, you never want to overlook relays and contactor coils buzzing, because internally this is what you can't see. Usually with sounds, that's a dead giveaway that pretty soon something's going to happen to the contacts or the coil. Either the coil is going to get shorted out or this contactor could get stuck closed. And if that happens, a stuck contactor is going to cause your condenser to run by itself, therefore causing the system to freeze up. So never ignore a loud buzzing sound, a small distinctive buzzing sound like what you guys hear now. Very faint and low, that's a good sign. But once again, you'll know when you hear it. If this thing is buzzing almost to the point where it sounds like a compressor, you know what to do. Bring that to the customer's attention and try to avoid a future breakdown here. All right, guys, let me put this cap in and I'll be right back. All right, guys, got everything put back together. And right now, it's about 59, 60 degrees out. I think today is only going to be a high of like 68, 69 degrees. But nonetheless, compressor's at a 5.73. Outdoor fan, 0.63. Cool. And yeah, guys, that's all there is to it here. I'm glad we caught this. And this is why I advocate for taking your time on maintenances. Now, I get it, guys. Maintenances and doing tune-ups all day. I mean, I can tell you this from experience. Doing maintenances and tune-ups all day can get very monotonous, and for the most part, everything will always work. Otherwise, the customer will tell the company that the unit isn't working before you get out there. But guys, you learn a lot more from maintenances than you do from no AC calls, because it's all the same thing. Once a technician fixes a heater AC unit, at that point, that's the exact same thing as what you're looking at, guys. The system really doesn't change, just the technicians. Just take your time, guys, and like I said, try your best to learn the ins and outs of controls. Try your best to, like I said, understand schematics, and you can't go wrong. Eventually, all this stuff ties in together, but ultimately, guys, with maintenances, if you don't take your time, and this is why I advocate for taking your time, if you don't take your time and you try to rush in and get out and get to the next call, if you get that one contactor or that one capacitor or that one thermostat, you know, or that one whatever, guys, you're gonna have recalls all summer. And like, I already been there and done that. You know, your job should be to cover your tail, you know, provide trustworthy service, but most importantly, just take your time, guys. Most of your problems will go away if you give yourself enough time to fix, to install, to maintenance, to service, you know, for everything, guys. Just don't rush it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to come back for a second time, probably for free, to do what you should have did the first time. So, but yeah, guys, there you have it. Heil AC maintenance. Found a contactor sounding like a compressor. This ain't the first, this won't be the last, but hopefully we can catch all these before it turns into a bigger issue. But keep rocking and rolling, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.